you some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bradford now to throw on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet. And then taken down right at the 30. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Peterman escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Peterman. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Peterman on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Peterman to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Sam Bradford heading back out as he and his offense get ready to go again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now with the play clock winding down, Adam Gase says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Peterman. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets' offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bradford. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter? Make sure that that gets sealed off so there's no penetration off of the edge. If they're able to do that, that's why a toss play is successful. Because once they get to the edge, they can pick and choose their spot. Which way to run, whether it's deep outside or cutting it back inside to pick up big yardage. On that play, they controlled the edge so well, they picked up an excellent chunk of yardage.
They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Sam Bradford heading back out as he and his offense get ready to go again. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Off the play fake, Bradford. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bradford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
on second down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
Peterman. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
No, check, Patriot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gun! Leopard!
Boston Scott, his first carry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Leopard! No. Check, Patriot!
They get it to him running left. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd down, Bradford. And Brown's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Jerron Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Peterman to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
On third and short, Drake. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On first and 10, it's Peterman. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw is Peterman. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Detroit! Detroit!
The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Webb now from the gun. He's letting this one go. And this is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So much for our halftime break. Apparently. We're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First down, Scott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now, Barney!
On second down, Webb. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. On third down, Bradford. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
The question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradford, open man right side is Cup, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Bradford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A play fake. Bradford. And this will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker. I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bradford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
No, check, Patriot! No, check, Patriot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. first down, it's Webb. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Daquan Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Webb to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Webb now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here. Here's Webb. Right side, Davis. And he's brought down after a good gain. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Complete out right to Kurz. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a second down throw for Bradford. That'll be caught by Cup. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Bradford on first down. This is Yeldon on the dump-off. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Bradford now firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
There's a give to Yeldon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down, Bradford. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Santos with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The return man is Grant. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So now here come the Dolphins. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
No, check, Patriot!
Right back to him on 1st down.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but
Still
all for
first
naught
down.
on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Webb. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Lucky 56! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Leopard! Leopard! Hot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Boston Scott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1st down, Bradford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st and 10, Bradford, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. He goes underneath for Yeldon. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On third down, Bradford over the middle. Jerron Brown's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Bradford to throw it. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slam. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A first down throw for Bradford. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To throw on second down, here's Webb. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Webb now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Boston Scott with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. From the red zone now, Bradford. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down. They'll throw again. Bradford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home, all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. That's caught inside the 20, and he'll be down deep into Jet territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. This will be caught at about the 6. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Detroit!
Now Webb. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. That's healthy, Charles. You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One last shot now for Bradford. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about